All right, y'all. So we are at the Old Kostner Blue Line Station. It's right behind me. We're gonna show you what it looks like with the drone, of course. In commute to this old station, we were trying to figure out where we wanted to park and stuff, and we were trying to like go around, and it makes sense why they're closed. We can have our own opinion about why they closed this Cosner Station, because the surrounding area is rough. Meaning you got people standing out doing what they do when they stand outside on the streets. You have a lot of vacant buildings, vacant homes. You got a lot of empty lots, empty land. So there's not, yes, you have like people live here in this community, right? But there's also a lot of buildings and establishments, houses that are closed. So it's maybe just there wasn't a need for it anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if crime was an issue too at Old Kostner. So this is it. We're currently on the bridge. If you want to get from one end to the other, on feet. This is the actual station. It only has one exit and entrance, from what I'm able to see. So yeah, let's take the drone up and see what's going on.
All right, y'all. Old Cosner. Why did I want to say?
Well, I was like, what are you saying?
I wanted to say Old Central, but we already been there and done that.
Yeah.
Old Kostner Station, y'all. This is the only station I haven't stepped foot on as of yet.
Yeah.
And if you know, as a train operator on this blue line, you don't want to step foot on it because that means somebody done pulled them doors.
Dude.
And you got to go reset that door, and you going to use that old station to get it done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I've been on Old Central. I've been on Old California.
Wow,
This is the
literally
only
on the
one.
platform?
On the platform, yes. It's always a delight to
Not
step
delight.
foot on these old stations because it's a relic.
Yeah.
And before I leave, because I'm brown line now, before I leave, I would love to step foot on there just to say I've been on all 3 old stations.
Oh,
Because you just never know. They might get rid of them.
completely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But y'all, I'm loving this footage. The area is beautiful. I don't know. It's just something about seeing a concrete jungle. That's
Not
what
a
we call it.
jungle, really?
Yeah. It's something about seeing the urban area that gets me excited. I don't know why. If y'all can relate, let me know. But y'all, this station is like so close to what is that, Pulaski?
Yeah, the next stop is Pulaski.
Yeah, so if we're looking north of this station, northbound, Pulaski is a hop, jump, and a skip away.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe that's one of the reasons they closed it. But
So close.
yeah, but it's Cosner, you know.
But you
It's-
also have other lines that the stops are so close to. I think Brown Line, you have stops that are close, right?
Brown line
Yeah.
close to what?
Like there are stations that are close to each other.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So
Okay, I understand what you're
that's
saying.
the
now.
beginning of Pulaski. I mean, that's a closed little station, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm always paying attention when I'm operating over here, just to see what the area is like. And would you agree that's kind of like what operators do? We nosy.
Right. It's kind of our job to be nosy.
It's
Yeah.
our job to be nosy, right? So we just love to bring these perspectives to y'all, these unique visions, way of, I guess, what you say, living to you all, and just give you an insight on what's going on. But look at this. Like I can look at this footage all day long because it just screams Chicago. Now I have to ask you, when you're flying the drone, is there something in particular you're going for? What's going through your mind when you're getting this footage?
Really, I'm just trying to get everything because you have people that look at these videos that don't live here, have never been here, or they moved away to a different state, country. And so I'm literally just trying to capture everything from the station to the tracks to the actual community, the streets that it surrounds. So I'm just making sure, like, if I was not familiar with this area and if I was trying to be nosy myself,
What
then-
you would want to see?
Yeah. So that's so I don't have anything like any particular like plan in place when I fly the drone. I'm just trying to make sure I get everything.
Well, you do a good job and you get everything. I actually enjoy filming you when you're in your zone and your element. It's something amazing to partake and watch. I'm just like, wow. That's my wife right there.
LOL.
That's my wife getting this footage. And sometimes I glance at your controller screen and I can see what you're getting.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, this gonna be a fire video. The subs gonna love this video.
And you know, when I like, especially like this scene, like me just going in circles.
Yeah.
And the kind of like the wind kind of drags the drone a little bit where I'm not necessarily controlling where exactly it's going in that particular moment. Like this is like maybe like my second or third circle or go around, and each time it's a wider view because of maybe just the, I guess, yeah, it is the way I'm controlling the drone, but also the wind is also playing a big part. And look how freaking beautiful this thing
Yeah.
is. You know,
So
like
you
it gets me
just-
so excited when I'm out there. I'm like, hell yeah, like that's
Yeah.
me doing that. So
you just like let the mechanics work with nature, so to speak.
because if you've been on an airplane, you know, you can feel the turbulence, right? Because the turbulence is the wind against the airplane. And it's the same concept here where the wind is playing against that dang on drone. And obviously the drone is pretty old. It's not the newest technology. So I wonder how the drones are now compared to what this drone is for, how old it is. So yeah, I hope that makes sense.
So what is more difficult? I won't say hard. I want to say which is more difficult, operating a train or flying your drone?
Flying my drone.
It's more difficult?
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow. Why do you say that?
I think because I just don't fly my drone frequent enough, in the sense of like I feel like I'm a pretty good pilot of my drone, but I feel like I'm a better train operator because I do it day in and day out, 8+ hours a day. And so, you know, when they say when you don't use it, you lose it.
Yes.
That may be what's happening with the drone when I'm actually operating it. But yeah, no, I think it's easier operating a train than the drone.
So when you operating through this area, what are you thinking? Are you like, oh man, that's Old Kostner right there? Or,
yeah, I just like, oh, please don't pull my doors. I ain't got the time.
well, you know, for me, it's funny because I asked you the question, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about.
Yeah.
And you let me know if this resonates with you, but as a train operator, when we're going through our route, we're always constantly thinking, what's our footprint? What's the next closest stations in case we need to make a call to control?
No, for real.
It's always like, control, I'm northbound or I'm southbound at Old Kostner. They like, okay, we know exactly where you at. Now, you don't have to, I'm going to let you speak, but you don't have to say Old Kostner. You could say, I'm approaching Pulaski. You know, you can give the closest live station.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because I think I had a situation, I think it might have been Old Kostner, where I was just like, I think I saw someone on the right of way. And when I told them, like, oh, I'm by Old Kostner, they were like, oh, 1068, like, where are you at? And I'm just like, okay, so maybe you're a new controller. You never operate on this line where you don't know. I know on the quick track, which is what the control center sees each train location. Maybe they don't actually have the landmark on their screen to see that I'm actually at Old Kostner. They just see I'm in between Cicero and Pulaski because those are the two nearest live stations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that to me, like, but as an operator, as a manager, as a supervisor, you know exactly where I'm at because you're on the blue line. But if a control center, if they don't know where I'm at, that's just the frustrating part.
You know, it's funny you mention that because I think a lot of those controllers either like started on the blue line or got a lot of their experience on the blue line. And I think anybody would tell you that if you get your experience on the blue line as a train operator, whatever, flagger, train operator, you go through the ranks being on the blue line. Even if you came over as a fairly new operator, it's your first couple of times operating on the blue line, you learn so much it's just like, if I could operate here, I could probably doggone it go to New York or something. You know, and because it's just so much thrown at you at once to your learning curve after, I want to say, a month. You a veteran after a month.
Yeah, because not only are you dealing with just operating, number one, you're dealing with different people, but you're also dealing with old equipment. Yes, we have 7,000 on the blue line, but we have old equipment, so the 26 and 32s. Because the question I was going to post here, like, oh, what do you think people are going to say? Like, oh, no, if you got the red line, then, you know, you can operate anywhere. I think they both have their own problems where if those are two particular lines, that if you could operate on any of those lines, I think you can operate it system-wide or countrywide or citywide, because you got your own problems with the red line, right? You have your people that are just violent.
You can say it, they ain't listening.
They're not listening, they're violent. You know, those trains are their homes. The same thing with the blue line. You got old equipment, the doors don't work, they don't want to open.
Man, I had a 2600 and I've been getting old equipment lately this past week, and I'm just like, I need a break, you know.
From the old equipment?
Yeah, it's like I won't, if you're a train operator, you know, it's like sometimes you want some new technology. Yeah. You like, give me some new technology, and then sometimes when you get nothing but new technology, you like, I want something old.
That's
So,
never my problem. If I'm always getting new, then I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because we know officially we're going to be going brown line, my thought process, my mindset, like, all right, like, give me all the old equipment, because that's all that there is on the brown line. So I would now want to become more one with the
But
equipment.
I shine with a 3200.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
shine. You can give me that any day of the week and I'm going to perform.
Right.
It's just something about that swivel that like locks in for me. I'm just like, I'm ready to go. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody gonna be late today.
And I think they're going to appreciate you with that mindset at the brown line.
Yeah.
Because from what we hear, you have passengers that they get a little tense, a little upset when they're not on time. Some things are out of your control, right, as an operator. But yeah, I think they're gonna appreciate you.
And you just made me think, like, when I was, back in high school, I'm trying to think, was I pretty much on time? I think I was. The only time where it got a little annoying and delayed was when I was going through the loop and you waiting on different trains to pass.
Right.
Or you sitting here, you ready to get off the brown line to make your connection to the green line.
At Clark and Lake.
Well, no, it was so think about it. When the brown line coming through the loop,
It goes to
that first time it meets up with the green line is where?
Adams
Washington.
and Wabash.
Yeah, Adams and Wabash.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there waiting like, man, come on now. All right, y'all. We done took up enough of your time. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Let us know in the comments what you think about this Old Kostner Station, and do you think that they should actually reopen it back up?
See y'all later.